Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to I Allegedly. I've got a really good one for you today. This is one of my favorite types of videos to do, and this is insiders that tell us things that we just cannot get in the news, and they spill the beans, and man, oh man, I got some good stuff for you today. So please like the video, share this video, hit the subscribe button, and today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, but let me get into this for you right away. Okay, these are in no particular order. I have a bunch of random things that people have sent me that are all equally fantastic. First things first, restaurant surcharges. I had somebody send me something in regards to a restaurant surcharge. Think of how insane this one is. On their bill, they had a 20% charge for, quote, quiet time. Quiet time. What the heck does that mean? And that's not how they said it at the restaurant. Well, the restaurant's a little slower, so we have a premium during right now. It's called quiet time. So you get to pay 20% more to enjoy the establishment when it's slower. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm getting old, guys. And there's one thing I like to do is, when I have a date or something, we like to get there early. I'm not doing dinner at 10 o'clock anymore. That's not happening, guys. So imagine getting a quiet time surcharge. Now, we're still hearing about insurance surcharges, employee surcharges, different things for the economy being added onto checks. This is insanity, absolute insanity. Now, the next thing, Bank of America. Bank of America last year closed, 168 branches last year. They have already closed 54 branches this year. Overall, in the United States, there have been a total of 1,074 bank branches that have closed. That's a lot. Now, what you're seeing, though, right now is something that's crazy, and that is that they think in 2026, the experts at the bank say that we're going to see bank branches close by 2, that we're going to see over 2,000 bank branches close. Oh, more people are going to online banking, Dan. More people are dealing with, just paying their bills online and not going into the branch. No, guys, I want to talk to people. Now, one thing that Bank of America has done, 2 things, is they're getting rid of their training branches. My late girlfriend, Lisa, lived in Huntington Beach, California, and she lived up the street from a training branch. The problem with this training branch with her business is that she would sit there and ask questions and talk to somebody who was a manager, and then 8 weeks later, 6 weeks later, they wouldn't be there. You have a new person training to be a manager, new tellers, new people. And let me verify this. Do you have your driver's license with you? So you'd have to start all that stuff all over again. Bank of America is closing all these branches, but Bank of America, I've been told, they're going to lay off clearly a lot of people because of this, but they're going to raise the minimum wage for a Bank of America employee across the country to $25 an hour. So if you work at a bank branch for Bank of America, you're going to make a minimum of 50 grand a year. Now, if you're young, getting started, a lot of places in the country, you can have a good living making $50,000 a year. But that right there, I just thought that was really impressive. I mean, you're going to pay these people $50,000 a year. But Bank of America is truly convinced that they're going to have less branches. And you're going to see 2,000 bank branches across the country go down. They do not see refis picking up. They don't see there being a huge drop in interest rates. That's what I was told. Purchases is what they're pushing right now. And they're pushing the adjustable rate mortgages on people. Okay? That, and hey, you need a line of credit, you got all the equity. Unlock the equity in your home, Dan. That's what Bank of America is pushing on people. Now, the next thing is cars. It is insane how the used car market has completely fallen. 3 years ago, you could sit there and owe 15 payments on a lease, turn that car in, they would write you a check, and you could leave with another vehicle with money in your pocket. Okay? Well, right now, the new car sales have dropped. Ford has done something insane where they are financing people with the best interest rate regardless of their credit. That, first of all, is insane. That, hey, I take pride in my credit. Well, it doesn't matter, Dan. Big deal. Who cares? Okay? So you can go out and you can finance a brand new Ford vehicle, whether you have a 500 credit score, they were telling me. Now, that I have to see. But the one thing that I could verify is Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Enterprise Rent-A-Car has gone out and they are trying to sell their inventory. Think about this number. They have 2.3 million cars available for sale right now. 2.3 million. They owe $47 billion right now. $47 billion. They are making insane deals. Insane deals. I had this sent to me where a $90,000 Escalade sold for $12,000. Now, if you go online and you look at the Enterprise site, there's really good deals on there. There really are. There's cars there that are off $10,000 off their regular used car price. But right now, that's just the beginning. If you have, hey, I need a loan. Can you finance me? They're not going to make a deal with you. If you have cash, that $12,000 car, you think about it, you could drive that Escalade for 3 years and still sell it for more money than you're paying for it. This is going to only happen for a while, but this shows you how bad the car market is. Enterprise Rent-A-Car is completely upside down. But when you have things like Escalades going for $12,000, I started looking online and I'm thinking, it's not a bad place to buy a car. Now, we've all been in rental cars and treated them like crap. They're just not our cars. You eat in them and, you just don't treat them like you would your own vehicle. The point is that if you could get a car like that and save 80% off the price, that's crazy right now. So this is happening right now. So are you seeing discounts like this? I'm seeing so many things that are for sale right now, but the Enterprise Rent-A-Car right now, this is just the beginning of this. Now, again, you can, hey, I'd like to buy a car for 90% off. It's not going to work that way. You need to go in there. You need to have cash ready, write a check. You need to know what vehicle you're looking at. But hey, I want to know what you want to unload right now and make a ridiculous offer. The car's $20,000, offer them 12. Do that. Oh, I can't do that. I could do 13,000. You'll see. They're going to make those deals. There's a lot more to cover. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Guys, in 3 years that I've been talking about Patriot Gold, we have only seen one thing, and that is the price going up, up, up. You need to contact #1 rated Patriot Gold Group today. They sell all types of precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, everything. They are #1 rated for 9 years in a row with Consumer Affairs. They have done over $1 billion in transactions, and they have over 10,000 clients that have worked with them. Contact #1 Patriot Gold Group today, guys. 888-330-1431. Let them know that Dan from I Allegedly sent you. But guys, listen, experts are now predicting that gold could go as high as $6,600 an ounce. That is insane. We've just seen highs of $3,700, and they're talking about it going up almost $3,000 more. You do not want to miss out on this. Call Patriot Gold today. 888-330-1431. Let them know that Dan sent you. Now there's a lot more to cover. Wayne wrote me about Canada and the problem with Canadian houses that are not selling. And he said, Dan, here is a telltale sign. And I researched what Wayne was talking about, and he's 100% right. The big problem right now is that appliance companies have to have inventory for new construction. The appliance companies have spent millions of dollars on inventory for stoves, for furnaces, for ovens, for installed refrigerators, Sub-Zero, things like that, dishwashers, things like that. And they're sitting in warehouses. And people are paying interest, and they're not moving. Well, that's what you're seeing with the new construction right now, is that this stuff is sitting there. And again, if you want to get a deal right now, you could look at these appliances to redo your house. Companies just like the model here in Southern California, they're in Costa Mesa now. They have inventory from new houses. And the sale of this stuff, when somebody sells a house that's really high end, they'll decorate it. And they will stage the house so it looks like it's lived in. So you can walk in there and go, oh, that is a beautiful living room. Now, what do you do with that furniture if the people don't want to buy it? Hey, this is 80 grand worth of furniture. I don't want that. Well, Paul, who owns Just Like the Model, buys that and sells that inventory out at a dramatically reduced price. That stuff out there is crazy right now because that is a huge market. And you can sit there and say, I don't want used furniture in my house. I don't want a used dining room table. You're talking about a house that was under construction for $2 and $3 million that people are not living in. The kids aren't sitting there eating, doing their homework on those chairs. They're just having it staging inside of a house to make it look like someone lives there. Those are tremendous deals. But these appliance companies, that's a huge problem. Now, took my buddy Jay last night to a baseball game, and Jay is in the foreclosure business. And Jay says, gosh, have I been waiting to talk to you? And Jay has been working 7 days a week right now because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, he said they're finally doing what they were supposed to do, and that is process the foreclosures right now. I'm like, really? He goes, oh, damn. I can't even keep up with it. It's so busy right now. So during the Biden administration, they would let people kick the can down the road and not worry about making a house payment. If you had a story and you could fog up a mirror, they would extend your house payment. Now the problem with it is that people that didn't make their house payment, think about this number: 3 years, 4 years. Hey, listen, we need $170,000 from you, huh? I don't have that. Okay, well, I'm going to start foreclosure proceedings. So these people are done. These people probably will never be able to buy another house ever again. Maybe a decade, okay? But the foreclosures are going fast and furious right now. And it doesn't make a bit of difference here in Southern California, but when you have someone that the auctions are busier and, BlackRock's going to buy everything. No, they're not. No, they're not. You have companies here in Southern California that buy existing homes and fix them up and sell them. They're very busy, but there's a lot of inventory for the average investor and individual. But these houses are going from the bank and they're starting to have short sales where somebody owes, I'm just going to use round numbers. Let's say they owe $800,000 on the house and they cannot sell it at an auction. So you walk in there and offer them $550,000. Oh, we'll let you know. 30 days later, they'll give them an answer. Well, we'll take 6 for the house. Okay. Then they go after the people that own the original loan and sue them for the $200,000, and you get a house for $600,000. That's what my friend is saying is happening. Now, more car stuff. Couple things that are crazy. I have a buddy who has a friend that works at Porsche corporate. Porsche has completely dropped their EV market. They're not going to have an EV battery plant like they were going to make their own batteries for all their cars because that was the future. That's done, guys. They're not doing any such thing right now. So you're not going to have a plant making batteries. Plus, they're getting rid of the EV car line right now in Porsche. My friend Dave, his friend was offered a job in Europe, and he's like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to get stuck in Europe, and I don't want to get stuck on working for the new hybrid car line. So they're going to keep some batteries around and do the old Toyota and Honda model of having hybrid cars. Again, a Porsche, an electric Porsche. That's not a Porsche, guys. Okay? A Porsche is the motor. Ferrari is the motor. BMW, all these great car companies that went to the EV market is, it's just define the excellence that they built. The German government wants to have the EV cars, and Porsche said, forget it, we're going against them, and we're going to not build these electric cars. So that's crazy, guys. So again, I love all this stuff when it gets sent to me. It's absolutely nuts that we're seeing this. And the next thing was stick with cars for a little bit. Classic cars right now. Classic cars have dropped dramatically in value. I was told from a classic car guy yesterday that, Dan, during 2000, when the stock market, took a dive, one thing that you could count on is the value of a classic car. You could put money into the car and it wouldn't go down. It wouldn't drop. We're seeing a complete change in the market right now where classic cars, and for example, I have a friend that was trying to sell his Volkswagen Beetle. It's really nice. It's super clean. It's worth I think it's worth 20 grand. Okay. But Classic car guys are like, wait a second. A year ago, I could get you 20,000 for it. Today, I can get you six for that car. $6,000 for that car. Hello, hello, 6 grand for that car. So what they're seeing is the high-end cars that were $200,000 and $300,000, they're getting stuck, to where they're not selling. You get these high-end car companies that buy cars and advertise on TV and flip the cars. They told me that they have a $3,000 investment per car with their advertising. That's what they put into those cars on average. That's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money to advertise one product. So things are not selling. The other thing with the cars that was disturbing was people go out and they do auto pawn. Auto pawn is when you have the title to the vehicle and you say, hey, this vehicle is worth $100,000. I need to get 50 grand from it. Okay, please understand you have 90 days to pay us back or we own the car. They're having more and more cars that are being kept right now. So you have too much inventory that they're trying to send. And think about it, that they're trying to sell. The problem with it also is that these people have so much inventory right now that and so much money wrapped into it that they're like, damn, it's just crazy. You just really gotta, I told them about the enterprise car and they said, there's so much money wrapped up in this that you just don't see the value. If somebody wants a good deal, this is the time to get a good deal. So that blew me away. The next thing is a friend of mine does logistics for the grocery industry. And one thing that they track is the sale of certain things. Beef sales are hitting the floor right now because beef is so expensive. Beef is going through the roof. But what they're seeing go up substantially is ramen noodles are moving like they've never moved before. They've never seen ramen noodles move like this. They've never seen hamburger helper move as fast as they are right now. This is just unheard of right now. And during the last economic downturn, 2000, 2008, 2009, there's more of a demand right now than ever for this stuff. Final thing, two things. Number one, don't forget that we have a private channel called I Allegedly Lied that's uncensored, and it is fantastic. And I also want to remind everybody that this is Hunger Awareness Month, and if you want to donate to a good cause, okay, you go to Joseph Dream House, and I will leave the link below on that, and you can go and you can donate to Fran Glover, and she can feed families. She puts together meals for everybody and does that. The final thing right now is my buddy works in security, and I covered this in the private channel extensively, but I'm going to cover it for you guys right now, and that is license plate readers. For the hospital group that he works for, he runs security, and every month they have license plate readers, and he gets a report of everybody that drives through the facility. Now think about this. You don't even know this. There's places you drive into that takes pictures of your driver's license, of your license plate, excuse me. They know if that car is tied to a driver. They know if the registration's paid. They know if there is somebody tied to that vehicle that may have a domestic violence claim, may have outstanding warrants for their arrest, everything. I mean, if the registration is not paid in the vehicle, if there's no insurance on the vehicle, they know all that. And in fact, yesterday we had a high-speed chase here where somebody stole a big rig pickup truck here in Southern California, and they started following the car because it drove past a license plate reader and the license plate didn't match the truck. So off to the races it was, and they drove down the 91 freeway and had an armored car took the truck out. So your privacy, I'm telling you guys, pay your bills. People sit there and go, oh, you know what, I'll just pay it late. They know about this stuff. And if you have anything outstanding, if you've committed a crime and you're driving, they're going to know about this because it's tied to your vehicle. It is. And they know about this stuff. Not every state has this, but if you go into big facilities, AI and everything, this is just the beginning of Big Brother watching all of us. So please like the video, share this one. I love this stuff. But this is all inside baseball. It's so great. And, You want to get a hold of me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. If you ever want to send me anything like this, tell me if I can use your name or not. But this stuff's solid gold, and I hope you enjoyed it because I love doing this stuff. But again, all the cool things that are happening right now because it's showing you how desperate the economy is. People not paying their license tags, people that have vehicles that they can't sell. It's crazy. I'll see you soon.